Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's go. We live on Nino Radio. We got a special show, everybody. Thank you for watching, everybody, now and on the repeat. I got a special guest, y'all. Let's get to it. Here it is. It's the one, the only. Well, first of all, let me give it up to Christi Maga. You there, Christi?
I am here.
Hey, we live and lit and direct, and here it is, y'all. Next guy coming up on the scene is the one, the only Liberty Dragon.
It's your boy, Liberty Dragon, out here breathing fire. Ching.
Hey,
Oh,
that's the brother right there. What's up, Liv? How you doing, bro?
brother, I'm exuberant. How are you doing? That's the real question.
I'm doing good, bro. I took my wife and daughter shopping, so man, we know how that is. Is pretty good. Pretty good time to spend with my family. So, anyways, with that, let's get back to it, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, Nino Radio. Let's go. We got Christi and myself and Liberty Dragon. We got an awesome show for y'all tonight. Thank y'all for watching. Everybody in the comment section. We'll get to the chat in a minute.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
Dubs in the chat. I'll get there here in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. But real quick, Christi, you there?
I am here.
Sis, we got some debates in the back scene, y'all. Not the back scene, the back scene. Hey, basically, y'all, we have some fireworks backstage, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna get to it right now. God bless everybody watching. Let's go to the comments real quick, Christy. What do you think? Let's see who's up in here. Hey, shout out Kendrick. Shout out everybody in here. I don't even know if anybody's even in here right now. It's what is today's Friday the 13th. Ooh, man, it's gonna be wild. Okay, so let's get to it, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Friday the 13th. Lib Christi, it was wild. I took my family, man, prices are outrageous, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But basically, I took my wife and daughter shopping, and I bought a little cup, a little fruit cup, and my daughter got she's a hot Cheeto girl, and she got the hot Cheetos, the hot Cheetos with the queso. Man, it was $20. Hey, bro, a little cup like that of cucumbers and chili, and then her small bag. They said, and then the worst thing, it was two Colombians or Puerto Ricans, no English. And like they talk, I don't know if people know, but there's a difference between Mexican Spanish and Puerto Rican Colombian Spanish. It's way different. They're harder to understand, in my opinion. Not trying to be racist. Calm down. But
Canceled.
hey, canceled. Hey, no, but basically though, the point is, it was a small bag. She's all grande or like this, little or big. I said, give me the little bag, a little bag of hot Cheetos with cheese, y'all, plus a little fruit cup, not even a big one. $20. And I ain't no secret. I'm an oil fielder, baller. I don't even check the price, but I ain't gonna lie. When I walked away, I told my wife, I said, babe, I said, that's kind of weird that it was $20. I said, I feel like actually asking them why it was so much money. Not that I'm trying to be a cheapskate, but I don't know, Christy, what do you think? Sis, I kind of thought it was kind of a high number for the small amount of product that we got, sis. And I told my wife, I said, maybe that's just how it is right now. Maybe everybody's charging higher. Maybe, the eggs are high. What do you think about that, Christy?
So, we were talking about this actually yesterday, about how they've made it almost impossible to even eat healthy food. We have a food truck here in Florida that we love that has fruit that has the same thing. They throw some chamoy on it and some chili, and it's got cucumbers and different kinds of melons and things like that. And we used to get the large size, the grande size for I think it was $8. It is $17.50 now for the medium size because things have gone up so much.
Yo.
Wow. Hey, Lib, your thoughts on this, bro? I mean, we'll talk about the eggs in a minute, but, I want to bring up the Friday the 13th, but I got to be honest, y'all. It's crazy what's happening in this country. Lib, your thoughts real quick, bro, on the prices being jacked up.
It is actually unbelievable, honestly. Like, even canola oil, in some cases, the price of canola oil has tripled. I don't know if you've noticed, but I know at least one brand has tripled. And the eggs definitely have gone up so much. They used to be less than $1, like the small package. Now it's like close to $2. I'm like, good Lord. It's crazy. It's honestly ridiculous, but that's what happens. Hyperinflation is right around the corner. We got Sleepy, asleep at the wheel. Man, forget that guy.
Wow. Yeah, we'll get into all that in a minute, y'all. Christi has some good info about the eggs. I saw somebody post on Facebook, $15 a dozen. I feel like going and buying me some chickens at this point, like for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start slinging eggs in the hood. But let's get to it, y'all. God bless everybody watching in the chat, y'all. It's Nino Radio, Friday the 13th. It's wild and wicked. Hey, real quick, though, y'all. So I take my family, right, shopping, right? I love going, right? And my daughter, I'm not going to lie. Real quick, y'all. Whatever she wants, I'm just there waiting. You know, like, what do you want? Mama's give, you know,
tags.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever my daughter wants, I get it for her. I try to pay for her nails earlier, but she feels independent. She did her nails earlier. But anyways, I digress. I drive home, y'all, and I kid you not, I saw a shopping center, and I passed by. There's a bunch of cars, like at least 20 cars, if not 30, on this one strip where they're never out there. And I said, look at what the hell's going on? And then my wife said, it's Friday the 13th. They're at that tattoo parlor. And I'm not saying I didn't believe her. My wife's always right. So I was like, okay, we'd go down over the tracks, across the tracks in the south side. Same thing. There's a shopping center with a tattoo shop. Friday the 13th. They're all up in there. My wife said they're getting tattoos. Christi, give us some info about Friday the 13th. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, today's Friday the 13th. And obviously the tattoo parlors are jam-packed with people getting tattoos. And Lib kind of said, is this kind of a ritual or kind of like, what'd you say, bro? Kind of a witchcraft or something like that. It's kind of weird that they're doing that.
Cringe activity.
Yeah. Point is, though, they're doing it. They're getting tattoos today on Friday the 13th. Christi, what info do you have on today, the history of it? Go ahead.
So, I was really doing some research on this, and scholars believe that it's really tied back to religion. And
wow,
they really talk about the Christian religion with this. They talk about that. One of the things that they say is that, they bring up Friday a lot is what they bring up. They bring up Good Friday.
Okay.
They bring up the 13 as that that's the reason, the superstition of never having 13 people sit at a table together, because of the Last Supper with Jesus.
Oh.
There's a lot of hotels. 13 has such a history behind it. There's a lot of hotels that have eliminated the 13th floor. There really is a 13th floor, but they don't put it in the elevators or anything like that because there's so many people that really believe strongly that 13th has bad significance to it. But, they talked about Good Friday and that being the day, well, we all know what that is. We know what Good Friday is, but that it really has a lot of religious semblance
undertones,
to it.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah. So it was pretty neat to read about all of it, but they do take it back to like religious beliefs and things like that.
Hey, but it's kind of wild though, huh? Like the tattoo parlors are been there just getting tattoos of the 13. Like that's kind of wild, but I guess that's what America does. I saw it from my own. I'm telling you, I was driving home and I was tripping out. Pretty wild. Real quick before we go to the next subject, I want to stay on this real quick, a little bit longer. But man, check this out though. My boy Frankie G said this. Christi, can you not fact check it, but can you research this? He said 70,000 diesel trucks are off the road due to new law by the Democrats in Cali. That's freaking crazy, but I don't doubt it because I'm a trucker and I know how they are in Cali with the emissions. 70,000 diesel trucks off the road. Wow, I might buy me one. Okay, ching, right, Liv? Go ahead, sis.
Hey.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Christi.
Go ahead, Liv.
Okay, yeah, I have
was
something
just
to
gonna say
add. Go ahead.
Ladies first.
Queens
go ahead,
first.
Christi.
Ladies first. Queens first. Go ahead, Christi. You know I'm a gentleman.
So no, just what I was going to say about the tattoo shops. So the belief is among tattoo artists that having the digit number 13 tattooed on your skin encourages misfortune to leave you. So it's a way to like reverse
to ward it off.
Yeah. So yeah. But
interesting.
Who knows?
All right, Go ahead, Liv. Thank you for being such a gentleman. We know you are a top G. Go ahead.
Hey, thank you. Indubitably.
Hey, we finna talk. Hey, hold on. Hey, we finna talk about Andrew Tate, y'all. Christi and Liv.
Hashtag free top G. Free top G.
We finna have a debate, y'all. Y'all don't want to miss this one. Christi and Liv are already going at it in the back room over here.
Christi, of course, because I'm such a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I was gonna say, look, I've had experience. You know what I'm saying with like women nowadays in this generation that's current. These girls will just go. You know what I'm saying? And guys and girls, I'm not just attacking the queens out out there, but this generation is all messed up. But people will just go to the tattoo parlor and be like, oh, I'm going to get a random discount tattoo. And you'll have like a little chart to pick from. It'll be like 5 or 6 different tattoos, and it's on discount on Friday the 13th.
Oh.
And instead of being like unique and doing something, that's meaningful, or they'll just go, oh, I'm going to get a cherry tattooed because it's only $13. And it's just like, it's so trashy, and people don't value their body even enough to actually have meaning behind their tattoos. And you see these people, I'm saying girls because I've known several girls who've done it. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go get this. It's a discount. Yay. It's a good, I'm like, come on, stop being so cringe. Like, do your own thing. Quit being such a follower. But it's sad to see that people will just get something random on the body just for the hell.
Bro, and not just the women. Let's be honest. These guys in prison, hood people just marking their bodies up. Again, no respect. Good point, y'all. Friday the 13th is today, y'all. Is jam-packed with tattoo parlors. Let us know in the chat, y'all. What do you think about Friday the 13th? This is another day for me, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't even care about Friday the 13th, but I guess my son asked about it, and I believe that the only other Friday the 13th, I think this year is going to be, what day y'all think, y'all? What day you think the next Friday the 13th is going to be on?
Halloween?
Bingo. That's my I think so. Fact check it, but that's what my wife told me. Yeah.
Wait, how can it be Friday the 13th if it's the 31st?
No, well, my bad. Did I say Halloween? I meant it's going to be in October. My bad. That's what I meant.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Hold up.
I said it wrong. You got it right. What month do you think of all months would be Friday the 13th this year, and it's October 13th in October? So my bad. Thank you for correcting me on the live. Yeah, it's spooky. But my son asked, isn't it Friday the 13th every month? And my wife looked it up, and she said that in October it's going to be Friday the 13th. That's pretty good for people that like horror movies and whatever. Who knows? So
it's reversed, too. It's reversed, 31st, 13th. So, is there a little symbolism?
Not just that. Not just that. Gregory Yee, a reporter for LA Times, died at 33 suddenly. A lot of people have been dying at the age 33. Have you noticed that number? We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get to it. Next subject, Christy, what we have. Let's go to the iPhone screen, y'all. We're on the verge of technology over here. Lisa Marie Presley passes away. This is on my Facebook, y'all. People are going crazy as far as I don't want to say conspiracy theories. I don't want to disrespect my people with that phrase like that, but they're going crazy. And Christy, we're going to talk about this in a minute about basically, is this hereditary or whatever you want to call it. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, I did a video yesterday. It did pretty good numbers, right? Lisa Marie Presley woke up in the morning. You know what's up, Liv? Woke up in the morning with stomach pains. Okay? Stomach pains in the morning. Ends up on the ground, on the floor at 54, I said, right? And her housekeeper finds her. Thank God. And the ex-husband that lives there, kind of weird. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. What's up with I don't want to say white people, but it seems like the white people always got that kind of a relationship with their ex-husbands, right? That they could chill, barbecue, eat together. Have y'all noticed that? Is that a white thing or is that or not? Let me know, y'all, in the chat.
Well, I'm half white, but I can't stand my ex.
Let's go. No, but for real though,
she was in the wrong. That's why though.
But I've always noticed that it seems like more like white people can really like have their ex-husbands or whatever like come over with the wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I right here, Christy, before I finish with this train of thought?
I know.
I got kids. That's kind of healthy, though. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of healthy.
I'm just saying, though, like coming from my background, bro, like you don't get I'm not saying you don't get along, but you usually don't get along with, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is it wrong for me to say that, Christy, that I notice more white people are real, like, they can be like buddies, like am I wrong here, sis? Help me out.
It is wrong. You're canceled, Nino.
You're absolutely Go ahead. No, you're absolutely right, Nino. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, y'all, her ex-husband's there. He's been living there. He gives her CPR. They have to give her a shot. I said it in the video, y'all. They gave her a shot to resuscitate her. She goes to the hospital, right? I'm making this video about 10, 11 in the morning, 12. No, in the afternoon, right? And then while I'm on there making the video, the TMZ has a link at 3 p.m., Pacific time, and finds out she goes into a coma. Lisa Marie Presley goes into a coma on life support, right? And she's basically, in bad shape off of cardiac arrest. I asked Christy, what's cardiac arrest? Heart attack? What does that mean? She said it means your heart stops. So I don't know if that's the same thing. I don't know. So basically, I make the video. Oh, go ahead, Christy. Explain that real quick. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say no. It doesn't mean the same thing. So
Okay.
you can be having a heart attack, and it could be from a blockage in your heart or something like that. But cardiac arrest is where your heart actually stops. Like there is no pulse. There's nothing. Yeah. So.
Hey,
So cardiac arrest is different than a heart attack.
Okay, thank you. Christi, I'm laughing at the freaking comments over here, y'all. Somebody said, Roxanne says, get invited to their ex's weddings. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's kind of wild, right?
Like, come on, that's weird.
Hey, and then you're right, I'm white. Get along better with my ex now, says Donna. Like, you know, I don't know. That's just an observation I made. But back to what we're saying. So she basically, cardiac arrest, right? So let's get to these conspiracy theories, y'all, that are floating around, basically. Hold on, I got to get rid of these comments. If I can. So basically, she's in the hospital, bad shape, and I'm making the video. Then we go live later on Instagram, right, Christi, or YouTube, or I forgot, we're on YouTube, and they tell me she died. Lisa Marie Presley.
We were here.
Yeah, we were all live when we heard it. Daughter of Elvis Presley, once married to Michael Jackson, she dies. Yesterday, Thursday. Yeah, she died. You knew that, right, Lib? She died. You knew that?
No, I didn't know she was married to Michael Jackson, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was married to Michael Jackson. Yeah. Back in the day, people thought it was
very short time.
It was kind of weird,
That's
right?
Interesting.
It's kind of a weird situation right there. Anyways, remember when they kissed each other, y'all? Yeah, remember that scene? That was kind of a real cringe. Remember that, Christi, back in the day?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Like in front of the whole world, like they were all saying, like making stories about them that they were like fake, and they like turned to each other, and like Michael Jackson leaned to kiss her, and they basically. It was just, nah, bro. It wasn't romantic. It was like weird.
No, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So anyways, hey, no disrespect to Lisa Marie Presley. Hold on. I'm talking about the wrong person. Lisa Marie Presley.
No.
Oh yeah. She was married. I forgot. Priscilla Presley was married. Yeah. Priscilla was married. I got to get it right. It's sad, y'all. Yeah. Priscilla Presley was married. Her mother was married to Elvis Presley, and Priscilla Presley went to the hospital, y'all. How sad. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I know she's a celebrity, but to die before your kid, before your child, ain't that sad, y'all? And Priscilla Presley, the wife of Elvis Presley and mother of Lisa Marie Presley, I got to get all this right. She was at the hospital with her daughter, and her daughter dies yesterday, y'all. And it was so I had the haters on the internet, Facebook, the weirdos, the Q-tards saying it's a distraction. Man, these Q people call everything a distraction. I mean, calm down, dude. She died. It's breaking news. We could talk about it, right? But it's sad that Priscilla Presley was there, visiting her daughter, and her daughter dies before her mother. Go ahead, Christi.
I'm just going to say, though, people have to still look at things logically. Do we know that some weird things are happening? Absolutely. But we also know that heart disease is the number one killer in the United States. My dad was 38 years old.
Okay, Christi, before you get to there, sis, I'm sorry, so rude to cut you off. Man, Christi, somebody watched our video and they said, Nino, you're rude. Let her talk. Did you see that comment, Christi? Our first SPM video, they're mad at me for cutting you off. I cut you off. But before you go there, sis, I wanted to kind of segue into that real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
My bad, y'all. My bad. Me and Christi, this is how we do it. That's what I want to talk about next. The conspiracies, okay? Everybody's going crazy on the conspiracies, okay? And I got to preface this because I reported this. Even on YouTube Shorts, they said, you could take this story back. You don't know the difference between this and this, whatever. I said, you know what? I never said nothing conspiratorial. I'm just reporting the facts. This is the point, y'all. Many people are dying suddenly. Let's be honest, okay? Now, is it because they are reporting this or because we're keeping an eye out? Are they playing us? Is it weird? Is it conspiracy? Is it because of the you-know-what? We don't know. But right now, people are going nuts talking about she died due to the you-know-what. I never found no reports that she was V'd up, okay? I looked. I didn't find no reports. She probably was, to be honest. But then again, y'all, she looked like a hot... Man, I don't know how bad about her. To me, she looked like she was on drugs. Somebody made a post on Facebook saying that she was dealing with addiction and that her father, Elvis had, heart issues. So that's where we're going to go to Christi. Christi said, share the story, sis, about your father. That's pretty interesting. Guys, we got to make it a difference between conspiracy, truth, and who knows, right? Basically, is this a hereditary issue or is it a reason due to the you-know-what? Christi, go ahead. Sorry for that long-winded intro. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So at a very young age, my dad started having these spells whenever he was a really young child that he would pass out for no reason, and they couldn't
Wow.
figure out, what was wrong. So he was president of a bank and also owned his own company, a vending company. And at lunch break, he went during his lunch break from the bank. He went to the barber shop and was getting his hair cut and went into cardiac arrest while he was literally in the barber chair. The paramedics came and had to. They lost him three different times, and he had to be resuscitated. And you're talking, however many years ago. My dad's what, 70 something now. So, uh, my mother knew something wasn't right. They couldn't find anything on EKG or anything like that. So they took him to a big city hospital. And that same night, he coded again. He went into cardiac arrest again, and they caught it on EKG where there's an electrical malfunction in his pathways of his heart. So, my son has the same thing, has syncope spells, has an implanted cardiac monitor to see, if he has arrhythmias. So we know that things happen. I mean, it's not unheard of. I mean, we can even look at me. I had an unexplained stroke, and I've never. I'm medically I've never taken anything. So, it makes you just wonder, what's really going on? Is it they got tracker jackers on us? What's going on? It just, something, but it could be just a medical explanation for it. It doesn't always have to immediately be that.
Go ahead, Lib. Lib. Yellow. Lib, can you hear me?
Well,
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. What's your thoughts on that?
My bad. It cut out for a second. What's my thought? What was the last
Yeah,
thing you said?
she's basically saying, Christi saying that she had a stroke. This is crazy, y'all. Real quick, Christi had said this in the back channel here, y'all, behind the scenes, that she's like, dang, did I get hit with something or something, because she had a stroke, and I wanted to talk about that. I'm like, I gotta be careful on here, but they just announced on Fox News, ladies and gentlemen, that the CDC. All right, we gotta be careful with our words here. The CDC is actually going to start investigating strokes that are happening to people they've taken the what. So it's no longer conspiracy theory, right? I retweeted that. Check it out on Fox News. The CDC reported. Somebody put on the comment, said, is the CDC conspiracy theorist now? So what are your thoughts, Lib? Do you think there's a correlation between the what and these strokes and heart attacks? I mean, we don't know nothing about Lisa Marie Presley. I heard that she was.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, bro. And be careful with the words. I gotta tell you, bro. Be careful with the words. Don't even say no words.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
absolutely. I would even say, as we've seen, one of the head, I don't want to name any of them, get flagged or whatever, but the head of one of these major pharmaceutical corporations, has been called to testify at a court in Europe, several times. And every time they go back, they tell a different story. In the beginning, it was going to protect you from everything, and you were guaranteed not to get, catch anything if you got it. And then it said, well, okay, you'll still catch stuff, but it'll make it not so bad. And then at the end, it was like, okay, well, it'll be just as bad, but at least you won't die. So, they go further and further and they move the goalpost. And then you have all these people who try to bully people from the jump, from day one, and try to impose their will on others. And then it turns out, in the long run, not only were they wrong, and not only did they subjugate people and oppress people for the wrong reason, but they actually, in the end, caused more harm than any good than they might have been doing. And, it's just, in my opinion, it's a shame, because not only were they acting like tyrants, but they actually became a detriment to many people's health. So,
Man,
I'd say big L for them. Big L. Big L. Big L. L pharmaceutical companies.
Hey,
L government.
Hey, Liv, I really like that your statement, bro. I wish we could say more freely what we really feel, but I think you summed it up pretty good, and I appreciate your train of thought. Chrissy, you want to respond to that before we go to the next subject?
No, the only thing I want to say is kind of what we said on the back chat is just that, it makes you wonder. There is no explanation for the reason. I mean, my stroke was so mild compared to what it could have been. They said, 3 hours later, it could have been a different situation. But it makes you wonder, like, whenever you start hearing all these things that are happening to people, and like it happened to me, but I know that I'm clean. Like, we've talked about that, Nino. I mean, I have wore a mask a couple of times. I'm not even going to lie about that. I have. But, I've never done anything other than that. And it makes you wonder, like, is there another way that they were trying to get stuff to us? I don't know.
Wow.
It's just mind-boggling to me. And I would love to know if there's any kind of blood test you can take to see if you have any of that in your system.
Good point, y'all. Basically, what Christi's saying is there any way that they can give this to you without hitting you with the what, and that she got a stroke?
Genetically.
And real quick, though, sis, could we even go as far as saying maybe it's not even that? Maybe something else is causing people to have these Man, let's move on to the next subject. I think we're getting too
spike proteins. Spike proteins.
Hey, don't even say that word, bro. That's that. Don't. I want to dead it. I'm like paranoid, like for real. That's how bad it is, y'all. For real. Yeah. Let's not. This is entertainment purposes, y'all.
My busy.
Okay, all right. So this is what we're gonna get to next, y'all. This is the next segment right here. Christi and Liberty Dragon are gonna debate live, y'all. Not just playing. They're gonna give a quick their opinion on Andrew Tate. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Tate right now. Let me get to these clips. What do you want me to play, Lib? You see me this? I got some clips to play here. Let's go back to my phone screen, y'all. And Andrew Tate, you want to give a quick update on Andrew Tate? Lib, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'll give a quick update on him. They actually don't really have enough evidence to hold him. The way it works in Romania is, and the way they did it is they kept him as a witness the entire time, that there was this investigation. They kept him as a witness so that his lawyers weren't even able to see what was going on. And when they went back to court to try to appeal, him being held there for 30 days, his lawyer only had 45 minutes to view the case file, and many of the evidence they have is, like WhatsApp messages that have no context, that doesn't show who they were sent by. They don't show the in-between messages, and everything is really just, you can tell it's a manipulation of, information and an attempt to smear and slander, like what they did with Julian Assange, what they tried with Trump, what they do to many people who are, encouraging people to glitch through the matrix, to become as strong and as good a person as they possibly can, and to, at the end of the day, be strong enough and resilient enough to actually resist. Because we're getting attacked from every different side of society. They want to weaken us, weaken our mind, so that we're not even strong enough to resist, because we have so much internal conflict. So how could we even be worried about what's going on in the government? We can't even be worried about what's going on in our mind or our body.
Man, let's go. Okay, and with that, hey, Christi, I'm not going to give you the floor yet to respond to anything that the intro that they with.
Killing me, dude.
Okay, let's get back to this clip though. We're gonna get hey, everybody, let me know in the comments, y'all. Are you a Tate? What did we say earlier? Are you a
Tater
a Tater hater or
go
ahead, Christi.
Are you a Tater lover or a Tater hater?
Hey, let's go. I'm gonna play this clip. Hey, bro, this ain't got no music in it, does it, Lib?
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's not no copyrighted music, right?
No, I mean, it's just a YouTube short, so if it's played in YouTube short...
Okay, let's give it a shot, y'all. Here we goes.
Andrew Tate has been arrested in Romania.
Worry on freeing your mind. When you can free your mind from this realm, everything is but a thought. And if you can't free your mind, then you're a slave to this realm.
Yo, a lot of you need to wake up! Wake up! Come back to reality! Get off of TikTok! Get off of Instagram! You're so stupid!
They want you to go to work and they want you to pay your taxes, but they don't want you to think for yourself or have any balls or have any true ambition or open your mind or resist slave mind programming.
Andrew Tate has been banned from Facebook and Instagram.
The Matrix has attacked me. I didn't want this war. You fucking did. Fuck you, Matrix. This war has just begun. I ain't going nowhere. I am saying things in a semi-censored degree, but if you agree with what I'm saying, the best thing you can do, the best advice I can genuinely give you is sign up for my email list.
Wow, is that it?
Yeah, that's some other.
Let's go. That was good. That was good. I was commenting in the comments real quick. Y'all go ahead, Lib. What do you got to say about that? My bad.
I was gonna say his email list. Like, he is not trying to sell you anything with the email list. I'm actually on his email list, and he's always sending like motivational, topics, and like just saying, when I was a child, my father taught me, or because of this, or like you're telling yourself you can't do this, but it's time for you to get up. Or it'll be like, take a minute, sit down, and just put your phone down, breathe, inhale, exhale. Did you see how happy you felt in that moment? You are happy. You just don't realize it because you have so much external conflict. It's just like things like that, real motivation. And
Go ahead. Finish your thought, bro. My bad.
No, you're good. That's what I was just saying. Real motivation. I just wanted to hit on what you get from the email listings.
Real quick, and Lib, I don't want to be devil's advocate or like hate on Tate right now before Christi gets her chance to tear into you. But what if, bro, it is true? Hold on, bro. What if it is true? What if he is a human trafficker? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think, will it be exposed? Or you think this guy's, I mean, man, I ain't trying to be a Tater hater.
Well, if he is, then that's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, but even two of the 6 alleged victims, they have come out and said, we weren't victimized. We had nothing to do. Why are they putting our name in it? He's one of the best people, the most respectful men that I've ever seen. He's treated us with nothing but respect. Those were two of what they said were the victims.
Okay.
2 of them already came out and
Lib,
said, no, we weren't victimized.
Lib, what's the thing about the WhatsApp? You told me earlier that he's talking about rape or something. Touch on that real quick.
Well, yeah, they're saying, like, they're claiming he's sending messages like, yeah, I use these girls to launder my money, and that's all part of my scheme, ha, 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 but I won't do that with you. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird. Why would somebody just start confessing their entire plan to somebody?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so real quick, Christi, before you, I want to give the chance for Lib to pull all his stuff out here. What's this tweet right here, Lib, that you sent me?
Well, in the first one, he's talking.
Christi, you hear us?
I can't hear anybody.
You can't hear us? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Christi, you there? Hello? Go ahead, bro. We'll punch Christi in.
She don't want to hear the good stuff about Tate. That's what it is.
Go ahead, bro.
You don't want to hear the pro-Tate stuff. No, I'm playing. But look, and he originally said, it's obvious that he's tweeting from inside a Romanian prison. At first he said, pitch black, surrounded by cockroaches, unable to sleep. I hunt in the dark. I await daybreak to count my kills. And then he said,
you hear us? Hold on.
I
Christi,
will emerge.
You hear us now, sis? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead from the top.
Yes,
Lib.
I can hear you. Yeah.
And then he's like, I will emerge from the dark roach-infested dungeon more ninja than ever before. They cannot break me. And that's just some real top G shit right there. That's all I gotta say. That's real. That's real. Come on.
Okay.
Let's be honest. That's real.
So the next one that you had here is Tristan Tate. This is interesting that you said this. Christi fact-checked this the other day. We thought we were right. We thought that Tate was a Christian. Christi, what did you find out about Tate's religion real quick? Can you give the facts real quick before we read this tweet?
Yeah, y'all are killing me though. He was raised as a Christian, but he was caught on camera praying at a mosque in Dubai, and says that he has since converted to Islam. He is a Muslim.
Okay, anyways, yeah, so Our Tater lover, Tater expert, Liberty Dragon was right. He told me that he was a Muslim. I thought he was a Christian. Then I saw the Muslim push, so he's not a Christian no more, y'all. He's a Muslim. So that in my opinion, you know what that. Anyways, all right. So let's go to this tweet. What interesting tweet here from Tristan Tate, which is the brother of Andrew Tate, right? Is that correct, Lib?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this tweet? Read it, bro, if you don't mind.
Andrew Tate is still Muslim. He's Muslim, but his brother, he's Muslim. He's converted to Islam because, before I read this tweet, let me just give a little background. He said because Christians don't defend. That's his argument is Christians don't defend their ideals enough. They let society bully them and downplay them, and they don't really, push hard enough. And they're like, oh, it's okay. This doesn't really matter. And he thinks his argument is they don't say, if you don't hold up your convictions, then you don't have a religion anymore. You know what I mean? But his brother, Tristan Tate, is still a Christian.
Okay.
And and they both respect each other. And this was something that's very interesting. It kind of just goes to show about the different support systems. He said, my brother has received thousands of letters from Muslim supporters around the world. Not one single Christian has sent me a letter. That just kind of just goes to show, you know what I mean? That it really is different. I'm mostly aligned with my Christians. You know what I'm saying? I go hard on my Christians. You know what I'm saying? I'm mostly a spiritual person, but, I believe in God and I'm closest to my Christian brothers and sisters. But I understand this argument. A lot of Christians in society have become so subjugated, so bullied, and so, just drowned out that it's hard for people to even, see it, take it seriously. But don't get me wrong, I align mostly with that. But I understand the argument, and it's a shame. It's a shame because Christians have been bullied. That's really persecuted.
Amen. Okay, interesting. So I guess anything else you sent me, bro? Oh, Andrew Tate, the creepy island. You want me to play this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a creepy island from Lib. Let's play this clip, and then we're gonna get the debate going with Christi against Liberty Dragon. I know she's just there waiting right now. Okay, this is gonna open up. Christi, you there?
I'm ready.
All right.
I am ready.
And I was like, this is weird. I got a message on Instagram from some guy I used to know for a long time, et cetera, et cetera. He goes, hey, let's have a cigar. I said, okay, cool, let's have a cigar. We met, we had a cigar. And he said, hey, man, I just want to show you some videos. And he showed me some videos of him with some very famous people. I won't say their names. And he said, bro, you need to be careful. I was like, what? He goes, when I was hanging around with these people, he was saying they had to sell their soul to a degree to get that level of influence. And then about 4 hours after this conversation, maybe about 2 a.m. last night, I got a message on my WhatsApp saying, hey, my name is XX. I'm a friend of this guy. This is where I got your number. We want to invite you to a private party. There's a private island we want to invite you to.
Not a private island, bro. We can't be doing these islands no more, man.
I'm telling you now on the podcast to show everyone I'm not fucking doing it. But if I get smoked, you know why? There are things that come with fame that start making you be careful. And I was like, this is weird.
And there's just two more clips.
Bro, that was kind of weird right there, bro.
Yeah, they don't like him talking out about all that.
Okay.
He puts it all on the table.
All right, the next clip is what?
Two more clips.
The How to Get Your Life in Order?
How to Get Your Life in Order, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, why is it not playing?
Sampler.
Oh, my bad.
Yourself. Don't be a bad person. Be a good person. Tell the truth. Be honorable. Protect the people that you care about. Be polite to everybody. Make as much money as you can. Go to the gym. Get in good shape. Find other guys who are on the same mission as you. That's what you need to do. And by doing that in and of itself, you're automatically going to be a beacon of resistance. Even if you don't do anything or say anything, just being a person who has his life in order, who's not struggling within his own mind, who's not depressed, who's not sad, who has other people on the same mission, same path as him, that's going to make you a beacon of resistance. The number one thing that you can do is...
Just one more clip I wanted to show.
Oh, hold on. I'm giving up all my messages over here. My bad.
And this one, for some people say he hates women, all that, you know.
I absolutely not really love women. I have nothing against women. I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create. I absolutely
Matrix
not.
don't want us to see
I have nothing
it.
against women. I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create life. They should be protected. They should be provided for. I would never let a woman pay for a bill. If someone touched any of my women, I would stand up against 10 men by myself and risk my life to protect her. I believe that women are beautiful creatures. I just don't think that they're as emotionally calm as men in stressful situations. I don't think they can fight like a man can. And for the same reason, I would never drop my children in an all-male nursery. I think that's strange and weird. I would only drop them in an all-female nursery. Women do certain things and men do certain things. And we live in a world now where the whole idea of the roles has been conflated to the fact where if I come along and say women are better with children and men are better at fighting, I'm somehow fucking sexist when it's clearly true. There's nothing wrong with stating the facts. It's the truth.
Interesting.
I thought that was a good point.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he's a good speaker. He's a motivational speaker. He speaks good. He's on point. I believe he believes.
I just did 50 push-ups.
I just like Obama.
I just did 50 push-ups before this. I just did 50 push-ups.
Okay, hold on, Christi, real quick. I'm gonna say real quick, and then I'm gonna have the debate, y'all. Basically, I'm killing me. Are you killing me, Smalls? Real quick, I believe Tate. Either two things. He's very smart, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me take my screen over here. I don't want to be over here showing my whole screen over here. You know what I'm saying? Guest. Let's go to the guest. Okay, so basically this is what I wanted to say is that from those clips and from what I've seen of the guy, he speaks very well, just like Christi said, just like Obama, right? Let's go. But basically, he speaks well. He's to the point. I believe what he believes what he says. The way he talks, I can sense I don't want to say he's forceful, but I can sense a man that doesn't play around and doesn't mince his words. So I salute Andrew Tate on that aspect. I do agree with him about the Christians and the Muslims, that Christians have been, I don't want to say on here too much, we've been kind of, I don't know, they get mad at me, right? They call me a mean Christian. I say, you know what, Christians, it's time for us to be more meaner. We're tired of being stepped on, okay? So I can relate to Tate as far as him with that train of thought. I'll clap for my damn self.
W Nino.
Okay, W's in the chat, y'all. But, again, is him being arrested part of the Matrix attacking him, or is this guy really a pervert, okay? So with that, Christi, we let Lib talk the whole time. Christi, tell us why you don't like Andrew Tate while you're a Tater hater. Go ahead.
because he's a narcissistic pig, and the things that Liv touched on are not exactly to the point. So there was an investigation done, and they were called as witnesses. But they found a webcam studio, not WhatsApp, a webcam studio that was owned by the Tates, and they found 4 women in there that said that they were being held against their will.
What?
Yes. Yeah. So that sparked in Romania, it's called an NREM investigation. And that is ones that investigate organized crime.
So, Christi, hold on, sis. Hold on, sis. Say it in layman's terms. They found how many women? So here's what happened. A man called the U.S. Embassy to report that his girlfriend was being held captive. Okay.
The Romanian police raided Tate's home, and they found a webcam studio nearby that belonged to the Tates. They discovered 4 women inside that webcam studio. They were being held against their will. They all said that they were being held against their will to the Romanian police. The Romanian police interrogated the Tates and let them go. Once they started doing webcam surveillance and footage, they found out that this is true. And they will not say which one, but because in Romania it's considered, they will not identify the suspect until I guess their trials and things like that. But one of the Tate brothers has been proven that they raped one of these women. So we can go on about that. We can go on about all that as long as we want. Those are the kind of like the true facts. The Romanians, the authorities there seized 15 cars and 10 properties that belong to the Tate brothers. Andrew Tate says that we should put down our phones and we should find our inner peace and smell the dandelions and whatever he says, while he is he has more searches for his name on social media sites than Trump and who was the other one combined? It was amazing. Trump and somebody else has more searches
amazing.
for him than anybody.
Okay. Christi, I mean, are you done with?
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh heck no, I'm not done.
Damn,
no, I'm not
hey,
done.
Lib, it ain't looking
So-
good. It ain't looking good for Tate, bro. Damn. Go ahead, Christi.
So let me tell
It ain't
you.
that bad.
So you know I didn't interrupt you. So you know that I live by biblical standards, and like whenever I've researched Tate in the past and all that, you know, just hearing some of the things, like just the blanket statements he says, makes you think that maybe he is one of those biblical men that we think of, but he's not. He's a Muslim, don't forget. And so here is one of the things. Andrew says, and these are quotes, these are from Andrew Tate, women belong in the home. Okay, well, we do believe that. We do believe that women belong in the
real
home.
quick. Hold on, my bad.
They can't drive and are man's property. Okay. He also thinks, and this is also in quote, that rape victims must bear responsibility for their attack. Why am I having to hold on?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
And that he dates women, these are in quotes again, ages 18 to 19, because he can make an imprint on them. Now, here's the most important quote. So, you know, you think, okay, well, maybe he does believe in women's places in the home, that, you know, all of this. But let me tell you what he says about the women. He says that he considers himself a cigar-smoking playboy, talks about hitting and choking women, trashing their belongings, and stopping them from going out. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her by the neck. Shut up, B, the curse word, he says in one video, acting out how to attack a woman if she accused him of cheating. In another, he describes throwing a woman's things out of the window. In the third, he calls an ex-girlfriend who accused him of hitting her a dumb, another cuss word.
Okay.
It is absolutely disgusting. There is such a difference in a biblical man that it wants a family and is taking care of his family, and that Jesus is the foundation of it, rather than this pig. My son came to me, and I'll tell you what made me start researching him. It's been about, 8 months ago, that my son came to me and said, Andrew Tate is the GOAT. And I'd heard his name a lot and all that. I started researching what he did, and I told my son, if I ever caught him watching a video of Andrew Tate, ever believed any of his things, he wouldn't be around to see his 17th birthday. And I absolutely mean that. This man is a pig.
Whoa.
And
damn,
there is no way that we can jump on SPM and accuse him of having all those victims when we have 4 victims that are claiming the same thing over in Romania. Until he is proven innocent in a court of law, I absolutely do not believe him. There is webcam footage. The Romanian police have came through with all the evidence. They won't say which one was raped the woman, but he is not what he claims to be. He is another fork-tongued Obama is what he is.
Okay.
And I'm done now.
Okay. All right, Liv. I'm going to go to what she said, bro. I'll just respond to that, but I got to ask you, bro, what the hell's up with this damn dojo, this dungeon where he's talking about a dungeon, but what's up with this other dungeon about, with the women being held against their will? Speak on it, Lib.
Well, that's not actually true. And in the beginning, he was a fighter. He was this is how it all began. He was a kickboxing world champion. And, you can disagree. I'm not going to say he has the most biblical standards. I'm not going to say he has the best ethics. But, a human trafficker, definitely not. What he would do is, as a fighter, he would go to the different places and he would have ring girls. He would date the ring girls. And I'm not saying this is the best thing, but it's far cry from rape or all that. And then he got them all together one day. He flew them all out to his place. It's like 5 different women. He said, hey, we're going to start a webcam business. And so the women, they came there with him, and then 3 of them left and 2 of them stayed. And those 2 that stayed, he made them millionaires. You know, he split the money. He wasn't taking all the money from them. And one of them is actually still with him today. And also, when it comes to rape responsibility, what he was talking about is, he said, people who get raped, you have to take a bit of responsibility, as in if you put yourself in a bad situation, if you go to the club and you don't have nobody else with you and you're drinking and you're being irresponsible, you have to take a bit of responsibility, which is very true. And it's not the woman's fault, but that's not what he was saying. He never even applied that it was a woman's fault.
Raped.
He said that it was part of there, and also making an imprint on younger women. That's good. You want to make an imprint on the women because it's better that I would make an imprint on some woman that I talk to versus society. Because if society makes an imprint, it's either the man is going to make an imprint or society is going to make an imprint. And if you let the society that we're living in, the degenerate society, make an imprint on the women, it's an absolute disaster. And when it comes to the machete situation, what was being said is, oh, Tate, what are you going to do since you have a machete in every single room? What if that girl, she starts waving the machete around and she threatens you with it? And he said, and trolling, joking, he said, bam, bam, slap, take the machete, shut up, choke, as self-defense. If the woman started threatening him with the machete and tried to attack him, and when it comes to throwing the stuff out the window, the girl made a big mess in his house and he told her to clean up and she refused to clean it up. So he says, you have to go. Instead of holding her, human trafficking, and forcing the woman to stay there against her will. As a matter of fact, he has the problem of having to kick them out. So he threw her stuff out the window, said, you're not allowed here. It's time for you to go. You're being rude. You're being disrespectful. You don't want to respect the house rules. You got to go. That's a far cry from trying to hold girls into the dungeon, which is absolutely not true. And women who used to work, you didn't interrupt. I didn't interrupt you. And women who used to work for him as a webcam worker.
It's fight time. It's fight time. Go ahead.
To work for him as a webcam worker. She said she showed text messages. She said, I want to go leave. Thank you for letting me stay with you. She just came out a webcam worker for Tate that was working for his company. But she said, it's time for me to go. And he said, okay, you have my blessings. Rose emoji. If you change your mind or you need anything, let me know.
So they were living there?
So, hey, two of the victims came out and said they're not actually victims.
Hey, Liv, so they were living there? It's kind of weird, right?
I mean, it's weird, but I mean.
Okay, all right, go ahead, Christi.
All right, but he's an upstanding guy. He's an upstanding guy that calls his girls bitches. And for any man to ever say that a woman has to take responsibility for any rape is a pig. There is nothing a woman can do. Nothing. It doesn't matter how drunk she gets. It doesn't matter what kind of clothes she wears. It doesn't matter if she goes into a bar alone. Don't ever tell me that there's a reason or any responsibility that a woman takes for having something taken from her and violated. There is never an excuse. You tell your daughter that it's her fault she got raped because she went into a bar alone or that she wore a shirt that was showing a little bit too much. It's absolutely not okay. And he absolutely is a pig. I don't care how he said it. He calls women bitches. He calls them hoes. There is no excuse. He is a nasty, vile guy that I would never let my children grow up to be around. The end. Mic drop.
Well, I would say if I was teaching my daughters, I would make sure that my daughters know not to put themselves in a bad predicament. Of course, it's not their fault. Tate never even implied that it was their fault. But I would teach my daughters not to trust men because men can be pigs. You can't trust men. Don't put yourself in a bad situation. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure you got a designated driver. Make sure you got a buddy system because the world is a dangerous place for women. So you have to look out for yourself. And you can't trust the world. Exactly. So you have to make sure. I would tell my daughters, I'd say, Queen, don't put yourself in a bad situation, please. Make sure you got a buddy system. Make sure you got a gun. Don't drive back with nobody because these men will hurt you. And, you know what I'm saying, you got to watch out for them. Because men, like you said, men can be pigs. So I would teach my daughter to do their best. Not to put themselves in a bad situation.
His quote,
of course, it's not their fault.
Exactly.
Of course, it's not their fault.
His quote exactly. rape victims must bear responsibility. His quote exactly, his other quote exactly, it's bang out the machete. I don't care if a woman is swinging a machete around. There is never a reason for a man to put his hands on her, boom in her face, and grip her by the neck. Shut up, bitch, he says in his video. There is absolutely no use for any of this. Like, I have no use for him. He is vile and disgusting. He is not a Christian. He only wants to be with Allah because Allah has all those virgins waiting for him up in wherever they believe in. I don't care. Get away from me.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at you, Christy. Good, keep going, my bad.
No, I'm good. I am hot, and I am.
Damn, what a debate, man! Wow, Liv. Okay, fine. I'm gonna
this man as much as Elon.
Damn, Christy hates Elon and Liberty loves Elon. That's the next debate, y'all. Next show. Hey, real quick though.
W Elon, W Trump, W Tate.
I love Liv though.
Okay, yeah. Hey, this all getting good fun, y'all. We knew they were gonna fight about this. All right, we'll get final words, y'all, because I gotta wrap it up tonight. Final words about the whole Tate situation, Liberty, and then we'll give Christy the final word. Liberty, the final thoughts within a minute of Tate. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. First of all, nobody is perfect. Nobody has perfect ideals. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, as people want to know, I want to have several, you know what I'm saying, girls anyways, but I'll treat them all with the utmost respect. I want to have a bunch of different kids with several different women, you know, and that's just my personal choice. And you can vouch for me. I've said that
like
before.
That.
Tate,
somebody like that.
That's just how I felt. That's just how I felt. And, you know, society does not want Tate talking about all these different things, talking about glitching through the matrix, talking about the New World Order. He stands up for Trump and making men strong again. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're weak and you're effeminated, you have too much internal conflict to even worry about what's going on in the outside. But he's teaching men to stand up for themselves. And he's basically telling men not to be bums, losers, or cucks. And he's telling women not to be hoes. And he's promoting traditional values, and he's fighting against the New World Order and glitching through the matrix. My boy's the Morpheus. That's the homie. Free Top G. Free Top G.
Okay, go ahead, Christy.
Yeah, he's a real man. He slaps him up when he doesn't get his way, and he tells you to put down his phone. He tells you to put down his phone while he's the most recognized social media influencer that he is. He's a fraud. He is a fraud. I do not like the man, and I'm done with that.
Okay. And there it is, y'all.
He needed to go with them 58 million chickens. They don't even know what I'm talking about with that.
Okay, y'all. I hope y'all like the stream. Hey, Christy, touch on the chickens real quick, y'all. The last topic is this, y'all. The chickens, and Christy made the joke, so we'll touch on it real quick, y'all. Somebody posted on Facebook a dozen eggs, y'all, $15. What the hell's going on in this country, y'all? It's like cuckoo land. And we're gonna do another show tomorrow, y'all, because we got other topics that we didn't even get to talk about. Thank y'all for watching. But Christy, talk about the chickens real quick, ladies and gentlemen. The prices of eggs have gone through the roof. Touch on that real quick, Christy, because it's kind of a weird conspiracy about the chickens being slaughtered. I don't know about this. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, so everybody's talking about. There's been, I don't know if you've seen all the memes on Facebook and Instagram and everything that people are going to paint their Christmas ornaments as eggs for Easter and stuff like that. But so the national average for a price of eggs right now for a dozen eggs is right under $4. And they were $1.72 at this time last year. But what they're claiming is because of the cost of fuel, food, and because the bird flu lingered for so long, that they had to slaughter 58 million chickens. And that was just mind blowing to me. 58 million chickens, like that's a lot. I mean, that it's a lot, and
a lot for real.
You wonder what the
58 million.
58 million, and what did they do with all of those chicken carcasses? And like, did they actually like dispose of them, or did they sell us tainted meat? Like, wow. I've been all kinds of conspiratorial today.
It's crazy, y'all.
Yeah, it's been wild. I mean, and they say that 90% of the 58 million were egg-laying chickens. So 90% of those 58 million they slaughtered were the ones that we got our eggs from. So that means that only 5.8 million that were slaughtered weren't egg laying. So they do not expect egg prices to get better anytime soon.
So is that why the prices went up? Is that what you're saying, basically?
Yeah, because they had to, out of all of the huge like chicken farms that there are, 58 million egg laying chickens. Well, 90% of 58 million had to be slaughtered.
Wow,
and,
sis.
yeah.
I did not know that's why the price. We're screwed with Biden, y'all. I mean, hey, to be honest, Liberty and me been covering the Biden situation, him better than me about the documents. We didn't even hit that point. We got a video dropping, me and Lib. Check out Lib's channel, y'all. Christi, that's wild, sis. We need to do a video on that. Crazy, y'all. So with that, final words, Christi. Go ahead, final words, Christi, and I'll give it to Lib. Plug y'all's channels and platforms. Thank y'all for watching, everybody. We're finna wrap it up. Go ahead, Christi.
The only thing I'm going to say is just look at people beyond their words. You know, it really doesn't matter what people say. It's what their actions are. And I've said that, you know, I was the first to admit that, and I've told everybody this that's ever asked, I was charmed by Obama.
Wow.
I was.
I couldn't stand Obama.
I was stupid.
It's all
but I was, you know, he said everything that people wanted to hear, you know, I was in college at the time whenever I started listening to him, talk about what he was going to do for college students and all these things that he was going to do, and was just completely like, this man's really going to get, you know, the country going right. And it's the same thing with some of these people, you know, Tate, just a perfect example, you know, just go beyond what people say and really like delve into who they are. It shows. I mean, it's not hard to find.
Amen. All right. And real quick though, before I pass the lip to Lib, go ahead, Christi. What?
I was going to say character matters. Character matters.
I gotta say something real quick. Thos Alman has a great point. Dads should be doing the motivating and influencing of young men, not the image coaches like Lil Man Tate. That brings me up to a point to Lib. Lib says that he didn't have the best father figure. I'm not trying to tell your business, bro, but I just did. But Lib says that that's why he was gravitated towards Tate, due to not having a good father figure. With that, go ahead, Liberty. Final words.
I just did 50 push-ups before the stream. You know, I try to be the best man that I can possibly be. You know, I believe that women deserve to be treated with respect, protected, looked after, and that's my role as a man, and I accept responsibility for that. You know, but I'm not going to be taken advantage of, and you know, I'm gonna hold men to a higher standard. I'm going to hold women to a higher standard, because that's how it should be in society. All I got to say is W. Andrew Tate, W. Trump, W. Elon Musk, out here fighting against the New World Order. And I treat women, you can ask those 2 women I had on my stream the other day, I treat women with the utmost respect. And I've been listening to a lot of Andrew Tate. Like he said, women are the most beautiful creatures on the planet. They deserve to be protected and looked after. And that's what I take away from him. And to be as masculine, as strong a man as I could possibly be, because you have to be ready and you have to be the best version of yourself to be able to, like he said one time, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be the very best that you can be. You have to love yourself truly before you can love and help somebody else. So you owe it to yourself and your bloodline to get as rich as you possibly can and to glitch out of the matrix so you can join the fight against the New World Order. And for all the haters, all I got to say, what color is your Bugatti? Okay, you can ask me that in 2 years. I'll tell you, it's going to be red, white, and blue. Period. With a T and a period at the end.
Let's
Ching.
go.
Big old ching on that. Oh.
Hey, and with that, y'all, please go ahead, Christi.
I gotta just say this, Nino. I gotta say it. None of the masculinity, none of the richness, none of that matters if Jesus is not the forefront of everything.
Let's go.
Amen.
Amen. And with that, y'all, we're in the live. Christ is Lord. Amen. Thank you for watching, everybody. Check out Liberty on YouTube, me on YouTube, Christi on Instagram and Facebook, wherever we're at. We're trying to make a major push basically on YouTube, y'all. We're doing very good. We couldn't do it without y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We're going to get out of here. Thank you to my guests, Christi and Liberty Dragon, y'all. Y'all are awesome. We're going to have another show probably tomorrow, y'all, because we got a lot more to talk about. Great show tonight, y'all. So with that, we're fixing to end it.
You're the awesome one, Nino.
Hey, thank you. God is good. And we're out of here, y'all. You're an American. You're a patriot. You got grit. Christi.
Act like it.
Let's go. And we're out of here, y'all. Good night.